Hey, what's up, guys? Twintuitive717 here. Let's dive right into this message, okay? I am picking up on the Twin Flame Collective, and I'm picking up on both of your energies tonight, Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. And I'm going to just tell you guys right off the bat that both of you are married, okay? So some of you might be like, okay, I'm just going to tune off because that's not for me. But I really do want to talk to this collective here. Because the energies that I am picking up on, especially happening through like movie synchronicities, song synchronicities, but what I'm getting is two people who are experiencing this twin flame journey, and I feel like it's painful for the both of you, okay? Because I feel like you guys have met each other, okay? And I do feel like you guys could possibly work together. If you don't work together, you definitely frequent the same place where you can't help but come across one another's presence, okay? And I feel like it's kind of snowballed into this connection between you two that you try to cover up, but it's like the snowball effect, right? It keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And like, I really do feel like, you know, the both of you are at a place of wanting to speak your truth, and it may be contributing to some of the push and pull and the distance between you. And I feel like the clarity that wants to come through this reading is that you guys can't continue to do this in secret, okay? Otherwise the snowball effect is going to keep getting bigger and bigger, because I feel like you two are having a really hard time or a difficult time understanding that you've got to take action in your own contracts and the connections that you have going first in order to experience like the full harmony of the connection. Otherwise, the only purpose of you two really connecting is to continue to trigger lessons and other contracts that you have going that don't really align with you, but you're not fully out of, or you haven't really exited just yet, okay? Now, there's two things I am picking up on, okay? And a lot of it has to do with like desire, like from the feminine side. It's going to have a lot to do with like sensuality and like desire. And I do feel like from the divine masculine side, it's going to have a lot to do with like just like support, nurturing, that nurturing energy, compassion. And what I mean by that is like, I really do feel like the both of you have triggered one another to realize that those things are really important to you, okay? So I'm going to break it down, and I'm going to start with the divine feminine's energy first, okay? So let's see what tower your divine masculine might have caused in your marriage, okay? Universe, please provide clarity to those who will find the reading. Divine feminine, what tower did the masculine bring in your particular path? Okay, so many of you might just be feeling really tied down, really trapped. Emotionally just kind of trapped, and you feel like you could be repeating patterns from your past. Maybe you ended up in the same kind of situation as mom or grandma, or just something that you're like, oh shit, like, is this my life? Is this the rest of my life? I'm not satisfied sensually. I just don't feel like myself. I feel exhausted all the time. I feel drained. I feel tired. This person doesn't support me. They don't uplift me. It kind of feels like the sex life is really dead. And then here comes your divine masculine bringing all of this passion, and then they're gone. And it feels really painful because I feel like they're trying to get you to wake up to what you're enduring, what you're tolerating, okay? They don't mean to cause you this pain, but, you know, sometimes when you press that trigger, it's gunfire, you know? So that's why it literally feels like your life gets blown up, you know? And then it's like, it's even more painful because it's like, as fast as your masculine comes in with the passion, boom, they're out the door and they're gone. Because I feel like sometimes, especially with the divine feminines, I've noticed what we can lose sight of is like, we expect this twin flame journey to like magically come together, but the harsh reality is that no, like, we literally have to kind of like build the connection and work on the connection, work on the partnership. And what the partnership ends up doing is, you know, it kind of untwists all of the knots that we've really tied along the way. And again, yeah, it's a bit of a painful, kind of tricky process, because maybe some of those knots are really tight in there. Like, if you are really deeply rooted and tightly knitted into some of these karmic situations that are really painful now to break apart, And it's almost like you get resentful of your divine masculine because it's like they leave you alone to deal with all of this like longing and separation and passion for them. But, you know, ideally what they're trying to do is just give you a glimpse of what it is you deserve. And it's not even them that feel this, it's you, like your soul, your inner soul knows that you deserve more and you want more. That's why you caused the trigger. That's why you pulled in your divine masculine. Okay? Because you do have a very special purpose, divine feminine. Okay, what your masculine is trying to do, that desire within you, the way that you're feeling held down. Many of you are also very held back, okay? You do have very powerful missions, okay? This is why you may be drawn to a certain topic or drawn to a certain field or drawn to the arts or creativity. But somehow you're just like, damn, I can't seem to get it off the ground though. So pay attention to your surroundings then. Pay attention to your environment. Are you surrounding yourself with the right person who supports you? Maybe you're better off alone. Maybe being better off alone scares the hell out of you because being off alone would mean you would have to separate or file for divorce or now have to earn your own way. Maybe that shit scares you, but that's where the lessons are. That's why the shadow work comes in and the dark night of the soul and all of that stuff, because you're just like, oh my god, I have to be responsible for myself. And it's like, yeah, no shit. No shit, but you could do it. You can do it. That's why your masculine is here, to show you that you can. With all of the desire they're about to fill you up, man, you go break all these chains. You see how fast you go see how fast you go break all these chains. Once they start filling you up with that desire, and that's why many of you kind of get shocked, you know. They don't care if you're married, they don't care if you have a kid, they don't care if you have children, they don't care if you're halfway across the world, they don't care if you're 20 years older than them. They're there to unleash, I feel, what is hidden, okay, from many of you, divine feminine. So trust in divine timing. And ooh, look at the passion and chemistry card, Gabby Gab. Ooh. I love it. I love it, love it, love it, because it is what's going to get you out of these chains, right? Most likely the person that you're with hasn't made you feel this kind of chemistry or desire, either in a really long time or just downright never. And it's okay, you know, that's just how life is. There's no need to kick yourself in the butt about it or have any regrets, you know. Divine timing teaches us that everything is orchestrated and laid out for us like a plan, you know, it's an assignment. Okay, and it's how you answer the questions. You know, when back in the day when you would do an assignment and you just write an answer and the teacher's like, nope, that's incorrect. You're like, that's the right answer though. She's like, yeah, but you didn't show how you got there. And you're like, damn it. It was on the scrap paper I threw in the garbage. So, you know, it is all about how you answer the question. You know, your divine masculine is here, and yes, they're presenting, you know, a very painful experience, and that is why many of you will kind of look around and you feel so isolated because you're like, holy shit, I thought I was comfortable in this life and my divine masculine shows up and it turns out I feel chained. Now I'm starting to recognize that I'm bounded in this connection. There's a lot of toxic patterns with this person that I call my husband, I call my wife, whatever the case is, right? So yeah, definitely patterns that many of you are waking up to. So don't have too much resentment towards your divine masculine for ghosting, because if they don't ghost, you're just going to stay bounded. Okay, if they just stay and they're all lovey-dovey and they keep exchanging emails with you and keep meeting you in private, and you know, they're there to trigger you on purpose. They're there to pull that love away and snatch that love away, because it's like, no, how can we enjoy this fully when you go and you sleep in the bed with that man, right? How can we enjoy this fully when you got somewhere else to be? That's why the universe keeps giving you guys glimpses of one another. That's why the chemistry and passion and sex, especially between twin flames, it's just like, oh my goodness. It's like, you think that will make you break chain, right? This is what will make you break out of them chain, I'm telling you. Okay, so let's get a love message for you from your divine masculine before we move on to the divine masculine's marriage. Okay, so we have this could be the one, okay, along with new love and past life relationship. And I feel like whoever you're bounded to, it's a continuation of a past life relationship, and your masculine always swoops in as the new love energy to get you out of it, okay? And many of you know that they're the one because you know that you're deeply unsatisfied here. Like the patterns have shown it to you over and over and over again with whoever this man is in your life who's underappreciated you or makes you feel like really controlled. Or again, many of you are starting to feel, especially with the ascension journey, just more alive, more creative, and they just don't support it, right? So it's like, again, many of you are being sent repetitive lessons around it's better off just to be alone. Like your environment needs to change in order for you to feel your gifts more and to thrive. You know, many of you are just waiting to take off, but you're in an environment where there's a karmic around you that they're holding on so tightly, and by holding on, they're actually suffocating a lot of your gifts that are waiting to bloom. Okay, so protection is really important for you guys right now so that you guys can bloom and blossom in front of them in that same environment. So they won't be able to touch you guys. Make sure that you guys are connecting to source more. Like pray, start journaling, like write down your goals, your dreams, like, you know, get on it. If you don't have what you're like, oh, it's intuitive, like, I don't know, I don't work, I haven't worked in like 20 years or 10 years, or I've been home with the kids. It's like, it doesn't matter. Like, you're gifted, Divine Feminine. Okay, stop messing around, stop playing around. Okay, get out a journal. Okay, buy yourself a journal, keep it private if you need to. Start writing shit down that you want in your life. Start practicing your magic. Start manifesting. It's not going to come to you if you stay stuck in a mindset of like, oh, I don't know how I'm going to get out of this. Well, how you think, gal? Start talking about it out loud. Start talking about what it is you want. If you don't talk about it out loud, the universe can't bring it to you because your mind is consistently staying in this mindset of like, oh, I'm stuck. I don't know how I could. Start being like, yo, okay, where would I live? Like, what kind of a house or apartment would I want for myself? Like, and honestly, guys, I think if you guys are married and you have kids and stuff like that, like, I know it's tough. And even with me in my own situation and separation, what stopped me from breaking apart from my, you know, situation was like, like each time I would like want to break away from like any kind of patterns like this, feeling like I just really wanted to break free. It would scare the shit out of me talking about like like the custody thing, right? Like I would be like, like wanting to breathe into a paper bag because I couldn't stand the thought of like not seeing my son every single day. Like, whoa, what do you mean? Like, then he'll be at your place? Like, whoa, what? Huh? What? No, okay, forget it. Forget this whole twin flame thing. Let us just relax. Let us just stay. Let's stay. But then we know what happens with the staying, right? So sometimes you got to pull up your pants, pull up your socks, and really just, you know, make a change and see what else is there. See what else exists. See what other environment that you could possibly thrive in other than this kind of fear-based environment. Okay, so that's for you, Divine Feminine. Let's tap into what's happening with the Divine Masculines now. Okay, what's going on with the Divine Masculines behind closed doors, just in their marriage? What's going on overall? What do they want to reveal? Okay, so I see children in the card, and they really want you to know that it takes a lot. It's taking a lot of action to really sort this through. They know that there's definitely a connection there with you, okay? Because we do have the Courage card coming up. So that is definitely fueling them in some way, where they're willing to take this torch and explore the feelings that they're having. The reason being is because your feelings are healing to them. Okay, affection is very important for men, right? Intimacy is very important for men, and it's something that you can't fake. Like, you gotta wholeheartedly like love on them, because if you don't wholeheartedly love on them, you're not gonna do the little small gestures, or you're gonna miss the cues on how to do the little small gestures that make them feel heard and understood. And that's why they struggle in these karmic situations. We have isolating in thoughts. Okay, they're spending a lot of time by themselves and alone. Many of you don't know, but it's like your masculine actually has like a separate room from the karmic. Like, they might have kids. Even the kids are used to seeing them sleep in separate bedrooms and stuff like that. You may not know this, and a lot of your Divine Masculines might have you convinced that it's like, no, things are good. Like, we're romantic with each other. We might take vacations and trips. Even on the vacations, your masculines are sleeping on the futon in that little guest area thing there. Okay, sometimes they might even like share a room with like the kids. Like, your masculine might go and share a room with like his son while the daughter and mom bunk together. Like, situations like that, you know what I mean? If they're going on vacation together, there's no kids involved, then he'll stay in like the guest area and she'll sleep in like the bedroom area. And then they'll go in the lounge on the beach together, and she'll read a magazine and be on her phone, and he'll sip, I don't know, martinis, I don't know, whatever. Beer, I don't know, whatever he sips. And they're just silent with each other, and they're just there. Okay? But then steps the divine feminine into the scene and kind of paints this picture in his head, which is what he's kind of here isolating, thinking about constantly, is what would it be like with you, right? A lot of them are staying because of kids, but I feel like it's mirroring to them as well that, like, their happiness matters also. Okay, a lot of your divine masculines also are, I am hearing with inner child healing also, that they are blessed with children who do notice that they are unhappy. And as these children get older, they're going to be like, honestly, like, I really do think that you should consider, like, just being happy. Do something for yourself. We know you're not happy with mom. Like, that type of energy I do see coming up for many of you in these situations. And I do see a lot of your older divine masculines actually having the courage, because the courage card's coming up and pairing with, like, this in the spread. They might even confide, like, in their older children, that it's like, listen, there's somebody else in my life, or, I need to speak with someone. And many of your masculines are blessed with children that they will be able to do this with. I feel like they're just waiting on the right time. That's why divine timing as well also came up in the divine feminine spread. But the reason I feel like a lot of them might be at that point is because they can no longer isolate, guys. Like, a lot of your divine masculines may not feel like themselves since meeting you and then having to go into some kind of separation because of, like, a controlling wife, for example. Like, they feel like even more so now they can't breathe. Before, they used to tolerate it, I feel. They would maybe isolate by, they have a man cave, they might have their own, again, space, their own room, whatever. They're able to live with this karmic, but at the same time be at a distance from them. Okay, but at least the bills are paid, the mortgage is paid, the kids have a roof over their head, there's some form of stability, and I know it's, like, frustrating, but it's like this is life for some people. It's not easy to just, like, uproot the kids. It's not easy to have that custody talk. Some of these karmics too, they're difficult, especially, like, the women, right? They're really, really difficult. And that's what many of you might kind of, like, it kind of goes over your head. You're like, masculines, I expect you to leave that immediately and come. And they're like, yo, if you knew the witch I was dealing with, you'd think twice about that. It would be my demise. Okay, and I know that many of you definitely wouldn't want that if your masculines were to share that with you, but they can't share that shit with you. Okay? It's way too embarrassing to talk about how their wife treats them. They want you to think and they have it all put together and shit. But they don't. Why do you think they love your affection so much? They can't do without it. Okay, let's move into what the masculine needs to know about the connection with the divine feminine. Okay, so we have one coming up with playfulness. You bring back, like, their youthfulness as well, and that's why inner child healing also is coming up. And that's why I was telling you guys, like, with playfulness, I feel like many of your divine masculines, again, who may have adult children, they might be shoo-shooing, like, something's going on, like, he's happier today, like, he's in a good mood, or, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like somebody makes you feel youthful, or, like, when you're around them, they make you feel happy, and you might carry thoughts of guilt over that because it's like, it is something that's outside of your marriage, right? Many of you, the divine masculines as well, like, they're deadly afraid of bringing the connection with you, divine feminine, out in the open, because maybe they're afraid that they'll lose the connection with their kids, or their spouse might get really nasty and cause this big scene, and there goes their relationship with their grandkids, or seeing the grandkids every day, or there goes, like, the family get-togethers, and so I feel like many of you who have really been on this journey for a very long time, or might be in more of these, like, mature kind of, like, connections where a lot of you do have marriages, you do have older children, your connections with your twin flame are really just kind of merging into a place of acceptance with one another to really just kind of see things as they are. And you're either going to be initiated to have the courage to walk away from situations that are really just not fulfilling, or many of you are going to end up just adapting this more mature understanding of the connection in one another in a way where no one's really ever going to keep you two apart. Okay? So, yeah, divine masculine and divine feminine, that is your reading for today. All right, I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you would like to dig deeper into a session with me, if many of you are going through divorces, separation, I do have a lot of experience in my own personal life in that area, so don't be afraid to check out my profile over at Hipsy. Join my community there. There's tons of updates, tons of ways to reach me, and there's a variety of ways that I offer my services as well. You can call me over the phone or you can order a recorded reading. And if you guys want to check out the membership section, don't be afraid to do so, okay? There are some just more deeper insights into those readings because they're a bit more private and it does allow me to share a little bit more of my own journey as well. So, yeah. All right, guys, enjoy. Take care. I will catch you guys in the next one, okay? Bye.